national teams.
Well, luckily we don't need to memorise the rosters because we have them right here for you. I will tell you about Rainey City first, who are playing in purple with white accents today. We have Feral Fairy, Black, Orla Fitzpatrick, Charger, Roberts, Kate Push, Macbeth, Rollo, Penny Block, Lily Gaskell, Jenga, F-Bats, Dana Scurry, Roxy Toxin, El Nasser, Bumram, Wood, Hazard, Fairy Quake and Gary.
Playing in white with blue accents for Paris Roller Derby, we've got Simply the Becks, Kilbell, Lamoche, Legsite, Bonnie Tagul, Moshe Moshi, Lux, Gadin, Track Sparrow, Rose Hyena, Star, Fuckers, Bully Bunker, Cass, Ragnashok, Halo, Louvre, Sally Breuer, Gypsy Queen, Gwyneth Paltrow and Kiki Frenetic.
And as per usual, I would like to give my disclaimer that I just apologise deeply in advance to the French for any mangling of their lovely names. We've got Lamoche and Fairy Quake on the line, both national skaters, I very much believe.
Yes, they are. Lamoche for Team France and Fairy Quake for England. And Lamoche is your lead jammer for Paris. Very quick out the gate. Lead around the pivot line, I think.
How did this go last time they met, Painbow?
So the last time these two teams played was almost exactly 12 months ago at regionals, and Paris took the win 124 to 122.
I'm still not emotionally over regionals, if I'm being perfectly honest.
There was, I think, only 2 games in the whole weekend that had more than a 10-point differential, and it was
quite
just, it was
emotionally distressing for all concerned.
Very emotional.
Even if you won, you were emotionally distressed.
Yes.
We've got Gary and Legsite. Oh, do you know what? I am such a fan of Legs.
Legs is amazing. I fangirled a little bit when Legs walked in the building this afternoon.
And we are off Legs with a lovely hold by Penny Block and Macbeth at the back, and a super quick star pass off to Gwyneth Paltrow because Gary is lead. Everything's happening so fast.
Very fast. Rainey opting to put 4 people on, all 4 blockers on defence at the start of that jam. They will, of course, be looking for, I want to say revenge, not revenge. That's probably not the right word.
Listen,
but
I think we're always all looking for revenge, aren't we?
They will definitely be looking to win this game after that close game last year.
It's a tied game so far, 2-2, and I think we're going to see, well, listen, I'm going to do that thing where I say something and then the complete opposite happens, but I'm anticipating quite a low-scoring game. I think for at least the first 10 minutes, we're going to see these hit-and-quit jams.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
They feel each other out. But we've got Moshe Moshi, who is a tiny skater but so skilled, wearing the star for Paris. And we've got Roxy Toxin, national skate for Team Wales.
Team Wales, indeed, yeah. So Roxy Toxin up at the front there, picking up lead jammer. Moshe Moshi still stuck on that wall at the front. They're making the blockers work for it, but being recycled back now by Rollo.
Star pass to Bonnie Tagul of Paris. I will say you can't sleep on the star passes from the French because their pivots are so good. And Rainey knows this. So they call the jam 4-2 to the team in purple. And so that puts the score at 6-4. Did you talk about the rankings? I know you talked about the last time these guys met. What are the current rankings according to Flat Track Stats?
Rainey are ranked number 1 in Europe. Paris are number 5. So a little bit of a difference in rankings. I did look up the score predictors today. So Flat Track Stats, I think, depending on who you put as the home team, interestingly, had a Paris win in a Rainey City win in either way round that you did it, but a much closer game if you were to put Paris as the home team. So obviously both these teams not playing at home today. Still looking at kind of 180 to 120 was sort of the predicted score on WFTDA. So yeah, so not a high scoring game. We will see both these teams capable of putting up some really big jams if penalties happen.
This lovely kind of angled tripod from Rainey going on at the moment. Lily Gaskell with the star for Rainey picks up lead. And that is another star pass. That's a 3rd star pass. And that has gone to Gwyneth Paltrow on Paris. But Lily calls the jam. Did Paris pick up any points there? No, not quite. No, only 2 for Rainey.
No.
Oh, I love this kind of rollers, Arby Painbow.
I did watch. I watched a little bit of the last Paris Rainey game a couple of nights ago because I was away for work.
You're allowed to say because you're a massive nerd.
And because I'm a massive nerd. And we did see a few times where Rainey had lead, but Paris managed to outscore them or managed to pick up points. We had a few late call-offs or blockers not protecting their points, not getting to the front, which is what Rainey did really clearly there. Got to the front.
Super scrambled on the jam line at the start of Jam 5. Legsite and Fairy Quake. Legs locked down by a full 4 defensive formation at the back. We've got a Rainey blocker, that's Kate Push, heading to the box for a forearms penalty. Fairy makes her first scoring pass. I say makes, is in the pack. I don't think we've actually had a full 4 scored yet.
No, I don't think. I think Rainey got all 4 in the last, not last jam, the jam before last.
Maybe. It doesn't feel
Paris
like
managed
it,
to pick
does
up
it?
2.
Oh, Starfucker wearing the star for Paris. It's been a while since I've seen Star out on track. This is exciting.
Yeah, Star was a...
Like, she's always been in the rotation, but I feel like she might have taken part of last season off.
She was definitely blocking during some of regionals last year,
such a great
pivoting, but also
skater.
did some jamming. Jammed at Eurocup 23, I remember.
I love your memory. We've got Gary, who picks up lead in turn 1 for Rainy City. Star takes the star off very quickly, and really tenacious work there by the Paris jammer. Makes it through. There's the full 4 for Rainy. And Gary burning some clock time there.
Yeah, manages to release 1 blocker from the penalty box, but we've still got the pivot for Rainy. Who is that?
I want to say that's. I've lost all my words.
Ola Fitzpatrick.
It's happened already. We're 5 minutes in and I've lost my words.
My memory's better than my eyesight, if I'm honest, and the penalty box is right on the other side of the hall from us.
How to tell you've got people in their mid-30s.
I'm 40.
I was going to not say
Oh no, I said it.
Yeah,
the whole internet knows now.
It's true now. Roxy Thompson and Lamoche. Great post-up work for Lamoche on the outside. Roxy still up against a pretty brutal tripod at the front of the pack. Pack stretched right back from turn 1 as Lamoche comes in for a scoring pass. And now Roxy completes the initial. Abby Black taking a seat on turn 1, just checking that the floor's all in good nick. Thanks for that, Abs.
Yeah, really good work from Paris there to break up that wall and let Jammer score the full 4 points.
I'll tell you something that hasn't happened, I'm sure of this. We've not had any multi-pass jams.
No.
Like 4 points is the highest number of points that's been scored
Yes.
in a jam so far, and that is bonkers and a real testament to how well matched these teams are.
Yeah, and a real show of how quickly, like you said earlier, Paris are getting the star out if they don't get lead. Or we've got teams doing offence really well.
Battle of the limbs on the jam line right now. Lily Gaskell and Lexite. Lily drawn back into turn 4, but Paris broken up, and Lily gazelle-like over the apex, but not lead.
I think that was a no earned pass on the blocker at the back who went out play or went off.
So Legs still eligible for lead, but as you can see, stuck behind this absolutely brutal formation that Rainey are putting up. Lily now on a second scoring pass coming in. Legs still to make the initial.
Yeah, Legs trying there to follow Lily through, I think, trying to get through the gap that Rainey left for Lily Gaskell on the outside line, but Rainey very quick to reform at the front there.
And it will be a 2-minute jam now as Legs has taken the star, which does complete the initial pass. And comes in and really nice control there from Legs. Punches through the Rainey wall, but they quickly reform.
So having said that we didn't see any multi-scoring passes, you have manifested it.
I've manifested it and it becomes so.
The announcers, not curse necessarily, although I suspect if I was jamming in this jam, I would feel like a 2-minute jam was a curse. I usually do, not when I'm jamming, I don't do that.
Paris losing their legs a little bit now. Lily pops into block to slow Legs down a little bit, and finally 4 points go up for Lexite. Lily now on a 4th scoring pass. And yeah, Paris just a little bit spread in the far straightaway, not able to get that fully locked down wall that they are so good at.
Yeah, and you really, really do need to knock with Lily in a tiny little bit of space on either of those lines to get through, because she will take it.
Oh, wow. Massive jam there for Rainey City. 15 points put up, taking the score 28 to 12 in favour of Rainey City.
So they've just more than doubled their score in one jam.
Quick maths.
Quick maths.
And we've got a little bit of a jammer swap. We had Moshi Moshi lined up for Paris but now we've got Lamosh. And yes, it is confusing having two jammers who are called Mosh. Thank you for asking. And Fairy Quake for Rainy. Rollo with a nice lateral hit on the jam line. Gives Fairy some space. But Mosh finds... No, Mosh doesn't find it. I would never say such a thing. Mosh is headed to the penalty box. And that puts Fairy Quake lead status now and on a power jam for Rainy City Roller Derby. Dommage for the French. Nice goating from El Nasser at the back. And that gives Fairy an easy four. I say easy, I'm sure it's very difficult, but you know what I mean. In a relative sense. Oh! And that's why she jumps to the England, folks. She is light as a feather on that straight line run.
Absolutely beautiful footwork from Fairy Quake there on stunned.
Lamoche back on track, star in hand. And at the back of the pack there, you can see fighting against Kate Bush, Abby Back and Rollo.
That's not all I'd want to jam against.
That's not, listen, any one of those people. If I had 4 offense on my side and one of those people, I would still not want to jam. Oh no. And there is a track cut being called now on Bonnie Tagoul, pivot turn jammer for Paris. And the OPR did take a second to call it, and I think Bonnie thought she was home and dry, but no.
I think she thought that maybe Black had gone out as well, but hadn't. It was just a hand down. So
yeah, I think we've got a little bit of. Oh, I think Paris are in the middle, wanting. I think they're calling an official review. They're going to review that cut track.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
It did happen right in front of the Paris bench.
Yeah.
So yeah, we haven't got anyone to run in, so we're going to have to do our own speculation.
I think I'm quite confident in my speculation here, and I'm often wrong. Don't.
I'm going to read the body language and the hands of the Paris bench coach.
Well, we've got Rainy City hands in front and Paris captain hands behind, like a hand standoff. But anyway, in the meantime, we would like to give a shout out to our incredible sponsors, without whom putting on these home games for London Roller Derby would not be possible. A big shout out to S1 helmets. The S1 Life Advisor helmet has next level protection. S1 helmets are durable, functional, stable, and the S1 Pro knee pads are built for roller derby, so a helmet and knee pads. You need both of those things.
You do need both of those things.
And S1 does them very well. We're really grateful to the sponsorship at LRD.
We've got people waving at us.
Yeah, we do. And
we've got a job to do. We're professionals.
Yeah, we're professionals, guys. Yeah, I see you. I'll find you afterwards. Who puts me in charge of this stuff?
It wasn't me.
I think it was me.
It was you. So we've got Gary and Lexite. So a different jammer match up again.
Yeah.
I think are Rainy running a slightly deeper jammer rotation maybe than Paris?
They've not put Roxy out since Jam 3. So maybe saving her legs because she's a really dynamic jammer who can change things up. Legs stuck behind F bats and Penny Block. Oh,
yes.
Oh, that hurts from here.
Thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
With Lexite.
Thoughts and prayers. And feelings.
Feelings.
However, Gary drawn back behind Gypsy Queen as I think we've got Guinness Paltrow heading to the box with Paris. No lead yet established. Pack stretched in the near straight away. And after 30 seconds, Gary is lead for Rainy City. So actually, what we didn't talk about was that track cut must have been overturned.
Oh, yes. Paris started with a jammer. We were
distracted by the people in the audience. Consummate professionals we are. In our defence, we're not getting paid for this. So.
In my defence, I've got a piece of paper that says I'm officially very easy to distract. So.
A certificate. Oh yes. I thought we had it in front of you for a second. I was like, I'm going to need to see your ADHD credentials actually, Penny.
I've got it on my phone somewhere. I'll show you at half time.
Look, I manifested Roxy.
You did.
She's back on the jam
Roxy.
line, and it's Moshe in Moshi. We've got 4-3 in the pack. We've still got the Paris pivot in the box at the start of this jam. I'm loving these weird wall formations from Rainy. It's not like a traditional tripod.
It's not, but it's very effective.
Oh, it's horrible.
It is working. So Gwyneth
Love
Paltrow back from the penalty box now, giving Moshi a little bit of offense help now, bridging.
Oh, nice little backward slide there from Roxy. Almost 30 seconds to pick up lead, but she does it in style when the time comes. And we've had a star stash, certainly, from Moshi Moshi, who is having a horrible time against Bumran and Rollo. And I think that's El Nasser there at the back. Maybe I'm wrong, I'm just going to double check that. No, it's Cat. No, I'm looking at the wrong.
It is El Nasser.
I was
well
like,
done, you were right the first time.
a very rare occurrence, I assure you.
Oh, so a big drawback from Abby Black there on Gwyneth Paltrow, who gives Abby a little hit on the way through.
Dangerous times. Moshi Moshi is still working away and in now turn 1 and 2. Roxy completes her second pass. So it's not a, it's not a big points run for Rainy here. Paris still doing a great job at holding them back.
That was actually Roxy's first scoring pass
in
this jam.
This is why there are 2 of us.
It felt so long. It should have been a second one.
Yeah,
but
you're right. So that's real testament to the Paris defence there. And Roxy checks in with her bench. Incidentally, we've got Dotty benching Rainy City today.
I thought it sounded like Dotty.
It is Dotty.
Well, that's why it sounds like Dotty.
And the thing is, I can't call it a betrayal because A, I love Dotty. But so Dotty was Brawling's bench last season, but she's also Team England's bench. So, and we've got a lot of Rainy players on Team England. So it's nice. It's nice to see her there and helping out. But also, I'm like, Dotty, we miss you. Come back. Wow, look at this score now. It seems like only minutes ago that we were at 2-2, and now we're at 52-14. How did that happen? Starfuckers and Lily Gaskell. Lily with a characteristic leap down the straightaway with the longest legs this side of the channel.
I was trying to look at stats, but Rainy City are in white on a white background, so I can't see. But it does look like Paris haven't scored for quite a few jams.
I mean, the maths tracks there, and we have a low block going to number 21 on Paris. That's Track Sparrow. So once again, Rainy are going to be at an advantage starting from. But a great run there from the Manchester team.
Yeah, we see this so often, don't we, where games are decided by penalties more than anything else.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Having never got a penalty in my life,
no, obviously.
Never a direction. Nary a one. And we're in a time out, which gives us time to shout out another of our incredible sponsors, Double Threat Skate Shop. London Rollers RV is really proud to support our local independent skate shop, which was established in 2013 and is one of Europe's most trusted bespoke quad skate stores. It is 100% independently owned and operated by skaters, and more importantly, the team at Double Threat Skates is really cool. I will say, Double Threat Skates have put out the most insane merch run right now. Oh, you're sporting it.
I am sporting
so next time the camera comes onto us, do have a look at Rainbow, who is wearing one of Double Threat's latest kind of creations. Is that a Create and Skate Factory?
It is. It is so designed by Jukebox from Create and Skate Factory and printed by Double Threat.
Incidentally, Create and Skate are also one of our sponsors.
They are indeed.
Oh look, see the shirts. Wait, stab it. There we go.
Can't promise you'll look as cool as me in it, but
I mean, nobody can.
Nobody
does. Nobody can. It's not possible. But yes, massive shout out to both of those incredible sponsors. Create and Skate, incidentally, is also doing a lot of the merch, like the official merch for the World Cup, and it looks unbelievable. So you need to get onto their Instagram and do some pre-orders. In the meantime, Fairy Quake is too busy to be buying merch. She is lead for Rainy City as La Moche is reset and is really having to battle against Abby Black and Bumran in the straightaway there.
Yeah, big drawback there from Abby Black, and then being caught up there.
Oh, great throw off of that hit there by La Moche. We've got a Rainy blocker, I think that's Bumran joining Rollo in the box.
You look down, you missed a massive apex jump from Abby Black to get to the front of the bat.
Do you know what? That's just Abby Black things, isn't it?
Abby Black doing Abby Black things.
Abby Black doing Abby Black things.
I wonder if we'll get an Abby Black jam today.
Imagine being Abby Black. She's like 21 or something, right? Like 21, 22. Plays for a country. He's played for a country at the junior level. Is now playing for a country at the senior level. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything that cool in my life ever. And I'm 35.
I know for a fact that I haven't.
The youth are really offensively good, aren't they?
They are. In the meantime, Rainey are starting with 2 skaters in the penalty box at the start of this jam. So L'Excité with only Penny Block and is that F Bats?
I think it is.
To
and both teams, both Team England players.
Both Team England blockers.
So not a bad 2 all to have on track.
But L'Excité, a Team France jammer, so more than
she's
capable.
Fine. She's fine. She's having a good time.
Oh, and Gary now with a penalty as well.
Oh,
jammer switchery. So Gary taking a seat in the penalty box, but quickly joined by L'Excité. So Gary will be released, and Legs will only have to serve the amount of time that Gary served in the box, which I reckon is about 4 seconds.
Yeah, so this is now going to be our second 2-minute jam of the game, which means that both jammers will have to very much around the gamut for the jam block.
Yeah, you can't be lead jammer anymore if you get a penalty.
Nice eyes there from F-Bats at the front, puts a hip on Legs, who shakes off Gary as a run down the inside line.
That was a stunning juke and then turn of speed there to take that gap.
Yeah, she's so good at those dynamic switches of direction. Legs coming into the bottom corner of your screens there. And both jammers just, at the moment, matching each other point for point. 8-8 on the jam.
Block is causing chaos. This jam is chaotic. I'm loving it. Lovely little apex jump from Legs.
Well, you say lovely, but I thought for a second she was going to absolutely stack it. But of course she didn't, because she's L'Excité, and she has a centre of gravity, which I do not.
So we are 12 for 12 on this jam.
Nice formation here from the French tripod, who are really good at switching positions to catch the jammer. Lux holding that inside line really nicely, but Gary hops the apex. So much airtime in this jam.
So Legs has been caught up a little bit, tried to take a shirt whip off of Louvre.
Ooh, that was a spicy time for us all. And Rainey has the edge in that jam, 17 points, putting them at 76. 14 points there for Paris. That's Paris' biggest jam. That's just double their score.
That is literally
that's
the maths.
That's the maths I can do.
Proud of you.
I have a GCSE in maths, you guys. Okay, 20 years ago, the old arithmetic still sticks. We have, I'm going to jinx it, a full 5-on-5 as we go into jam 15. Starfuckers back out on track with Roxytocin. And it is Starfuckers who is lead for Paris. Roxy has taken the star off, or rather the star has taken itself off. She has it now in hand. Big hit there from, it was either Abby Black or I think Kate Push, who is owning that outside line right now for Rainey. We have a star pass. Is that a star pass?
It is a star pass, isn't Abby Black jam?
Ah, Abby Black things. And of course, Abby, no stranger to the star, so Paris really need to not nap on this.
Yes.
And they don't. The French are wide awake in Tottenham Leisure Centre. They call the jam. 3 points going up for Paris. Just a reminder for anyone joining us, Paris are playing in white with blue accents, Rainey playing in purple with white, and we're all having a really lovely time.
I was going to say, sometimes when a pivot takes the star, it's worth running the jam a little bit, because pivots, are not jammers, but there are some pivots where you don't know.
Well, there was a period of time for London when Joe Ellis was like blocking and pivoting, and I was like, I really hope somebody gives Joe the star, because the other team will not know what's happening. I would love that. Lily Gaskell now, and Mosh, who does a balletic little spin out of the pack to kick up the Paris. Lily drawn back by Bonnie Tagil as Mosh comes in for a scoring pass. Just lovely half fighting there from Mosh against a really tenacious Rainey Pound. And we've had a start pass to Macbeth. Macbeth is Team Wales. We haven't shouted out Macbeth yet. She's Team Wales, and a jolly good player she is as well.
Yes.
Full 4 for Paris, none for Rainey in that jam, and that's a rare recurrence in this game. We are now firmly in the second quarter. 76 plays 39, and that is, given that we were at, it was 52-14 when we pointed out that score differential, and so Paris have done really well to edge up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's because they had a 14-point jam and then an 8, so that's 22 points in the last couple of
All
jams.
this maths, Halo.
I know, but I am basically a maths teacher,
You
so
are just, yeah, but you're showing off in front of the English teacher now, aren't you? Like, oh, look at me and my arithmetic.
between us,
Between us, we can do
between us,
anything.
we can do everything. So while Rainy City take a team timeout, I'm looking at some stats on this lovely iPad. So Rainy have had lead 10 times in this game, Paris only 5. But
Twice the amount.
Twice the amount. Well done.
Thank you. Where's my sticker?
We've only had one jam where where one of the teams didn't complete initial. It was Paris didn't complete their initial in one jam, but other than that, we've had everyone's completed their initial, which is nice for them.
So lovely.
5-star passes from Paris.
I could never complete an initial in this economy. Yeah, Paris really utilising those star passes incredibly well, and I think the timing of it is impeccable because there's not been a point where Rainy have caught the pivot. I don't think the pivot has always escaped the pack and completed the initial, unless I'm talking complete rubbish. Lexite and Fairy Quake. Halo yields a full start penalty that goes right back into the thick of it. We are still in the straightaway. Fairy working away on Gypsy Queen. Has now still 2 to beat. They're really making use of that full front of the pack, but now picks up the lead for Rainy. I was about to say for England, and I was like, I'm sure she'll be doing that in a few weeks, but for now it's a home team.
Take pity on us, it's very confusing.
Here goes that star pass again to Gypsy Queen, and Paris just so good at the positioning of those pivots.
Yeah.
You all need, well not all of you, people who play roller derby who are watching this stream, you need to watch back this footage and look at the pivot positioning for Paris because it is absolutely technical every single time.
It has also a couple of times been a slightly unfortunate maybe consequence of Rainy playing 4 blockers on defence and that they haven't had that one floating blocker up at the front marking. They're still getting lead, it means, and it's a valid choice. But that's one of the consequences of it, I think.
Gary lightning off the S1 jam line there. I barely saw them move. Moshi with a start in the hand at the back of the pack, but firmly behind Penny Block. Dodges round the hips.
Oh, that was beautiful. I think the Paris blockers were expecting Gary to cut back to the inside then.
You can't expect what Gary will do. Gary is one of those players. She's just really dynamic with her pathfinder. Whips herself into the plaque off a teammate and puts up 2 on the pass.
So 6 in total on that jam for Rainy City. 39 plays, 83. And Paris, Rainy, have got a lead.
What was the proportionate score prediction?
Depending on what you said, we had...
Listen, we know that we can't put all of our confidence in predicted stats, but it's fun to do.
We've got a 24-17 score ratio.
That is not maths I can do.
Was the biggest difference. It's about 3-2.
Okay.
Not far off 3-2.
Yeah. Mosh on the jam line for Paris. Some excellent defence going on here from both teams. Vox Toxin behind the French tripod at the back now. Forcing past, but then reabsorbed back in. In the meantime, Mosh is lead for Paris. Comes up against Abby Black, but hits the floor. I think that was a gut hit on Lamoche, which is not a fun thing to have.
No, Abby Black is incredibly strong.
Well, it's also she's so tall that if she puts her butt into you, it's going to go into your gut. It's butt to gut.
Yeah.
And she didn't need to bend her knees that much to do it. So we're just having a quick timeout whilst the medics check in on Lamoche. I'm going to shout out Skate Goods because we've shouted out most of our other sponsors, and when life gives you roller derby, as it so often does, you should wear cool uniforms by Skate Good Club. And we're a bit proud of this, aren't we? Because Skate Good is founded by London roller derby skaters Ali and I, and they're a really exciting roller derby company that creates top quality uniforms and long-lasting gear for passionate skaters. And they've done a lot of uniforms for the upcoming World Cup, so you will get to see their incredible work.
They also make helmet covers and really cool reversible armbands.
Yeah, no, it's really nice when you have roller derby uniforms and gear that is made by people who know the game so well. They know what skaters want, they know what skaters need and like, and absolutely Ali and Party know that.
Yeah.
We've got Lamarche heading back to bench. She's on her feet, she's on all 8 wheels, so we'll probably be getting underway again very shortly. Just a reminder, the score sits 83 to Rainy City Rollers Army, 39 to Bad EU Rollers Army. We have 6 minutes and change left in the first half. And of course, we do hope you are very comfortable on your sofas, chairs, chaise-longues, or indeed your floor space, wherever you're watching us from, because we have not 1 but 2 games coming up after this. We've got Battersea Power up against Rainy City Rebels, and as Battersea captain, on skating today, I'm super excited to get the Rainy London rivalry started in another generation. Right, it feels like very
all the way through the league.
It's very like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like in every generation, there is a new London Rainy rivalry, and then after that, we have the home team, London Brawling, up against Paris. So super, it'll be great to see Paris take to the track again after they've had a little rest. Whew. Talk about the game, Paymo. Shut me up.
So Legs is up at front, has a 2-wall to beat. That is F-Bat and, 3 wall now we've got. So we've got...
Lily Gaskell. I was right. Lily just did a little hop there over nothing. I think that's her signature move.
Just a little hop.
Well, just like nothing's there. She's like, I'm going to hop it anyway. She spends a lot of time working on jumps on her off skate, so I think she just does it naturally by now. Oh, Lily, what have you done? She's got I think it's a low block penalty against Lily Gaskell. So
that is, yeah.
And you know what? That puts Legs on another 2-minute jam. This is Legs' second 2-minute jam. It's a good thing she likes roller derby.
Yes, isn't it? Yeah, I can feel like there's some brawling skaters who'll be like, yeah, wear them out.
Yeah, make them tired.
Problem is, these are athletes.
Oh,
they eat 2-minute jams for breakfast.
Oh, big hit there from F-Bat on Legs, but she's so tenacious and so strong. Works the outside land of that apex like she's been born to do it. We have 4 points now for Paris in this jam, putting only 40 points away from Rainy. Lily Gaskell now back on track, has a little smile with Shrooms, her jammer.
A little bit of a cheeky jiggle, like, whoa, where am I going? Which way am I going to go?
Yeah, like a psych. I'm going on the inside of the apex, something I never do. Something she does every game. So don't forget, we're in a 2-minute jam. We can't call this jam. We've only for a minute there I thought Lily was going back to the box. She's standing there going, do I go?
Do I sit? Have a little rest?
No, it was a Paris blocker going to the box, but I think because the pack was so snarled up in that turn, I couldn't see what was happening. So 12 points for Paris that jam, a big jam for them. 7 though for Rainy. Are we going to hit the century before half-time?
Rainy City certainly could.
And Paris certainly could with some very big luck. We've seen it.
Well, it's a 39-point difference between these two teams. So only 49 points for Paris to get.
Starfuckers and Fairyquake throwing a big shoulder into Guinness Paltrow, who takes a seat, and Fairyquake picks that lead for Rainy. And the fastest star pass I think has ever happened off to Guinness Paltrow. No, that was ridiculous.
I didn't even realise that had happened. Star was still at the back of the pack, and I thought, Star's still being put.
Are Paris putting out more than one pivot? I think it's the only explanation. They all secretly, they have helmets which just like have a holographic pivot stripe in the right light. I think you maybe just hand it to anyone.
Maybe the Star helmet covers on elastic.
It's got to be, wouldn't put it past them. I absolutely would not put it past them to have something ingenious like that. I mean, I'm just blown away by the pivoting on Paris. It's absolutely unreal.
And it is helping to keep that score differential down. So I think 3 points up for Rainy in that jam only.
Oh, Moshi with the most beautiful side surf move to pick up lead. And Gary about a quarter of a track behind, giving very much a good chase. Rollo sitting in the box again, looking like she's just having a lovely time. And the pack speeds up into turn 3 and 4. Moshi looking back. Rainier at the front, and she can't catch up. So it's look what it is, Painbow. It's a potato
It's
jam.
a potato jam, but it did get that Rainy City blocker out of the penalty box, so that worked
Which I'm
really
sure
nicely
wasn't,
for them.
I don't think that was Mosh's intention.
No, but that was the Rainy City's blockers, I think, intentionally running away.
That can't have been our first scoreless jam of the game, can it? But it certainly feels like we've had very few of them. There was those like nickel and dime jams at the start, just little bits, and then some big runs. Maybe it was, but I'm not tracking stats, so I don't know what's happening.
I have got stats on the iPad, but I can't see Rainy's because they've used a white line and white background.
And we've got this almost flat four formation from Rainy there, doing a great job holding Lamoche. Ferry working away on Lowe's. Oh, and Lamoche in the box for a track cut. Bad times for Paris. Ferry takes a knee, pops back up, has two to beat, has one to beat. Woo, there we go, 30 seconds in, Ferry's lead for Rainy.
That's quite a few times that we've had 30 seconds to get lead.
And it's always in turn two as well, the 30-second lead, I think. That's my story and I'm sticking with it.
If we say it, it's true.
We're manifesting. Gwyneth Paltrow being doted at the back a bit by Bumram and Al Nasser.
So the rest of the Paris block is coming to join the party at the back of the pack.
Rollo, Abby Black and Bumram setting up that defensive formation as Lamoche re-enters the fray. And Ferry having more floor time than I'm used to seeing Ferry having, which is fine, maybe that's her choice. And then as I say that, she does like a 1 foot slide through the apex, and as if to respond to my vicious accusations of floor time.
So calls of points there coming from the Rainy City bench. So Ferry just picking up 2 on that last scoring pass.
And we are past the century for Rainy City, 103, Paris at 51. What? Okay, right, let's try to remember my secondary school French. What's 50 in French? 51? Listen, a blanket apology to the French, to any French-speaking listeners. I haven't done French for a long time. I think it's 51. I'm sure, listen.
Say it right. I did A-level French as well, but it was a long time ago.
Listen, I'm sure somebody on social media will tell me that I'm wrong, because it is 2025 after all. We are in a time out for Rainy City.
We've got an official review.
Oh, I stand corrected. Well, in the meantime, I'd like to shout out a couple more of our sponsors, Jawa Store and Audra's Brooches, who have very kindly donated to the raffle today, as well as S1 Double Threat Skates, Great Skate Factory, and Barber Schmarber, which is our very own Frightmare by another name. So thank you.
Frightmare.
Lovely Frightmare. You'll see Frightmare on track later for Basti Power. But yeah, a really big thank you to our sponsors for giving us these incredible raffle prizes. I don't think we're doing an online raffle today, which I'm very sorry, dear listeners, is a you problem, because you should be here. But in future, you should just get your mates who are at the games to participate in the raffle for you, because we do a damn good raffle here at Reading Roller Derby. I want to talk about our officials and how great they are, but we don't seem to have a list for them. I can see Rolling Round, I can see Glitter is here, I can see Shroud, I think that's Dinosaurus, that's John Quad, Bitchipedia, and I
feel like I've seen
Quad's Law. Is that Quad's Law? Yeah, it is Quad's Law. And then there's one more person on skates reffing who I can't quite see, but I'm going to keep a weather eye on them so I can shout them out. And I can't tell you who our NSOs are because they're scattered all over the building, not building, room. But thank you so much to our incredible NSOs who are putting in a major shift today for these sanctioned WFTDA games, which is Paris versus Rainy and Paris versus Rawdon. Those are both WFTDA sanctioned. Sadly, Rainy City Rebels are not WFTDA sanctioned yet, so we couldn't do the Fantasy Games sanction game. But we are still super excited for that matchup. Anything interesting on the stats paper? Is anyone in penalty trouble? It feels like it's been reasonably low on penalties. Maybe a couple of people on 3. I feel like Rollo's been there a couple of times, but like, that's just Rollo's having a nice time, so we're all good.
No, Rollo's on 3, Kate Push and Bumram on 2, and then we've got Fitzpatrick, Roberts, Penningbrook, Lily Gaskell, El Nasser, and Gary on 1 each. Interesting, Rainey's as a team, Rainey have had 13 penalties overall, Paris 11. We've got Lamoche, Lux and Rose Hyen sitting on 2. Legs, Bonita Ghoul, Track Sparrow, Halo and Gwyneth Paltrow all on 1 penalty. So nobody's in any penalty trouble.
No major danger. Okay. Lucas, that will now come untrue.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Great grammar from me there. You're all so welcome. Things that will come untrue now. Victoria Velociraptor, of course she's reffing because she's then playing against Battersea in the next game.
Oh, okay.
So this is just
obviously.
a warm-up. So I think I've named all our skating officials, but deepest apologies to our NSOs. I do not have a list of your
I'll see if I
names.
can get a list at half time.
I love you all so deeply. I respect the vibes you bring and the vibes of the rules. Lex Cité and Lily Gaskell, battle of the limbs once again. Lily Gaskell is lead. Legs quickly takes the start off, and there goes that star pass. Oh my god, how do they do it? That's off to Bonita Ghoul.
Yeah, Bonita Ghoul quite often recipient of a star pass for Paris. Not in this game, but
I can't remember if Bonnie used to be a main rotation jammer, but she is an absolute stalwart in the Paris blocking rotation. And gosh, would you look at that? We are in intermission already, which gives you 15 minutes to recover from that amazing first half. Do please, one thing I do want to shout out, even though I've not been told to shout out, most of you watching know the Roller Derby World Cup is coming up, and a lot of undertaking. So we've got lots of players here from Wales, England, we've got Ronja on Brawling later who's for Finland, we've got France, who else have we got that I've missed? Team Desi, Team Salam,
South Africa.
Team South Africa. We've got so many incredible teams who could use your financial help. So we've given you a free stream today, so if you'd like to give any money in lieu, as it were, to any of those amazing international teams, we would super appreciate it. But we will see you back here in 40 minutes.
The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The two jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
In this feature, we're spotlighting Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre. Why Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre, I hear you ask? Well, LRD has trained for years at this historic site whose legacy is at risk of being lost. In 1981, community leader Leonard Johnson and the Harlesden People's Community Council, or HPCC for short, put a proposal together for using Stonebridge Bus Garage. Brent Council then brought it on behalf of the group. From 1981 to 1995, it was the largest black-led community enterprise in Europe, housing start-up units for local businesses, a recording studio, a nursery, and so much more. Fast forward to 2017 and Brent Council sells the site to an offshore developer. Their reason? That it's too expensive to renovate part of the site which had been disused for 15 years under their management. A lengthy legal battle ensues, culminating in the High Court declaring Brent Council as the sole owner in 2020. The fight didn't end here though. The Save Bridge Park recently launched a new campaign for the site to be added to the National Heritage List for England. Leonard Johnson dedicated his life to fighting for his community up until he died in 2023. A blue plaque can be found at the centre commemorating his life. His story is an important part of Black history in London, and it is imperative that this is not lost. Scan this QR code to go to the Save Bridge Park website to find out more information on what you can do to support their campaign. Follow them on Instagram at SaveBridgePark_UK and post on your own social media about what is happening, tagging at Historical England using the hashtag SaveBridgePark.
The S1 Pro knee pad is built to last and perform, blending highly durable fabric. And materials into an innovative design with exceptional craftsmanship. We use a very tough military-grade ballistic nylon for the outer shell material. We triple stitched every seam to prevent blowouts and reinforced all of the straps with additional stitching. Our top straps are made with a high retention elastic that minimizes excessive stretching and incorporates a length adjustment system to allow you to lengthen or shorten the top strap. The inner knee cup mold is streamlined and deep fitting and features a 4-tiered foam system combining varying densities of foam with shock dispersing foam to achieve both shock reduction and comfort on impact. The inner foam layer is a high rebound memory foam which absorbs shock and molds to your knee on impact, stabilizing the knee, helping to prevent slippage. Our kneecap has a flat surface that supports stability on impact and is made with a high abrasion polycarbonate plastic for durability. The S1 Pro knee pad: stability, durability, functionality.
Carmen gets in the last line of defense for Krispy Kremer.
Oh! Carmen gets him, destroyed Krispy Kremer, and Kremer's head bounced off the track.
The back of her head, to be quite specific. Knocked her back and then with a little bit of a bounce. Fortunately, I think most of her body had hit the floor before her head hit the floor. But you can see that.
Giles really bounced the head on that track.
I'm sure hoping that was an S1 helmet.
Fortunately, I think most of her body had hit the floor before her head hit the floor.
This is the totally redesigned Lifer Visor helmet from S1. Featuring our patented Fusion foam, this helmet has the impact protection you've come to expect from an S1 helmet and is both multiple impact and high impact certified. Our new custom visor is made with a high impact polycarbonate lens, which is optically correct and features our patented cover catcher, which allows for multiple covers to be worn with easy on-off. The outside lens has an anti-scratch coating, while the inside has an anti-fog coating. The outer shell is equipped with in-mold mounting hardware so that the visor can be removed and replaced if needed. The S1 Lifer Visor helmet, where innovation and function are actualized.
Roller derby is a great emancipator. It's the place where like-minded people gather. It makes me feel powerful and strong when I'm able to jump through the different blockers or do a spin move. Roller derby helped me remember that I'm an athlete.
Roller derby allowed me to feel proud of my size and feel confident with the way I move and just be really proud to be the size and the shape that I am.
That I'm just gonna have a safe space to create and just spill my joy onto the track for everybody to see. Skull Eagle was always inside pre-derby, but actually getting into roller derby allowed me the space to amplify that part of my personality. I often play for the little 14-year-old Lauren inside of me, and I try to make her proud. I love roller derby.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
In this feature, we're spotlighting Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre. Why Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre, I hear you ask? Well, LRD has trained for years at this historic site whose legacy is at risk of being lost. In 1981, community leader Leonard Johnson and the Harlesden People's Community Council, or HPCC for short, put a proposal together for using Stonebridge Bus Garage. Brent Council then brought it on behalf of the group. From 1981 to 1995, it was the largest black-led community enterprise in Europe, housing start-up units for local businesses, a recording...
There we go. I think we must be live.
Okay.
Apologies to anyone who just heard me singing away in the background. That's how I roll. So we are back with Rainy City Roller Derby versus Paris Roller Derby. Score is 106 to Rainy, 51 to Paris. But as we know in Roller Derby, things can change. Très vite, which I think means very quick.
I think it does. Very well done.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm not quite good enough to do a dual language, like a bilingual language announcement, but I will try, and I will offend the French in doing so. Deepest apologies. Very quick jamming and leg cité, and we are snarled up like the traffic on the M40 earlier. Legs draws Fairy back, it flies into one of her own teammates, otherwise that would have been very risky. Very beautiful lateral cut back in around the French pivot at the front of the pack and picks up lead for Rainy City.
So good awareness there from Abby Black, going to just mark that pivot, but Legs is now out, completes the initial pass.
And I think that is something we will be seeing from Rainy much more this half. Will be sit on the pivots.
Yes.
Because as we saw in the first half, they were instrumental in getting the star out and quite often forcing that call off for Rainy City.
So we are back with the second half starting much the way the first half did. 3 points up for Rainy, just quick hit it and put it jams. Very few jams in the first half with multiple scoring passes.
What I want to keep an eye on this half, because I saw people like Rollo doing it really well, is how well the blockers are using the upper leg to lock jammers in walls. Super fast lead there for La Moche. Gary clears the pack fairly quickly, about half a track to make up behind the Paris jammer, who does a beautiful little mini dip around Penny Block and decides to conserve it there. Does have the full four, great awareness from La Moche. And, oh yes, it's happening, it's happening. This is something we're discussing at half time. Hypersmactive, who is a crossover skater for Rainy, I believe,
yes,
is on the jam line with the star.
Yep, Hypersmactive spoke to them just before the game. They're doing a sort of a 50-50 with Roxy Toxin. So Roxy jamming in the first half of this game, Hypersmactive jamming in the second half of this game.
So I'm just... Yeah, the reason we haven't checked them out earlier because they weren't on the roster that we were given, so they must have been replaced on the roster somewhere. But anyway, they are out and lead for Rainy City. Moshi is in the pack with star in hand. Nice drawback from Louvre on Hypersmactive.
Hypersmactive, I have to say, would like to dedicate this game to their cat Napoleon.
I mean, there's an irony in the fact that their cat's called Napoleon and they're playing Paris, right? But you all got that.
We hadn't picked up on that. See, that's why you're here.
Why is he called Napoleon? Does he, you know, did he battle at Waterloo? Was Napoleon the one who had one eye, or was that the guy who got shot at the Battle of Hastings? Or was it both?
Isn't it Harold with one eye?
That's the
Napoleon had one arm.
Look, I'm
or
not
just had his arm in his jacket.
That was in one arm. That was it. He had one arm.
Neither of us are history teachers, unfortunately.
Thank God for the youth of today that neither of us are history teachers.
You've got literature and maths covered. Anything else, you're on your own.
Well, when you say literature and maths covered, I mean, I will say some nonsense things about literature. Even so, Lily Gaskell and Legstite, both kind of leaping, jumping, hurtling through the pack. But having a real tough time. These walls not fully locked down, but just putting bodies on the jammers. And look how stretched out this pack is. Almost half the track stretched before Legs picks up lead. Wearing the jammer star at what I can only describe as a jaunty angle on her head. Please say it doesn't come off.
if the star comes off in normal gameplay, that's okay,
Yeah,
though,
that's
isn't it?
fine.
Though legs wouldn't
It
lose
looks,
lead.
I mean, I know this is a very French thing to say, but it looks like a beret. I'm really sorry. It looks like she's going for a beret look. Great lockdown on Lily Gaskell from
This
Paris
is
at the back.
phenomenal
That's
work
this
from
is
Paris, holding Lily Gaskell for
that's
that
the
amount of time.
It's the slowest I've seen Lily move this whole game, and that's not me dissing Lily. That's me going, look at this French defense. Oh,
We've got a jammer run back.
oh, Lily. She always does this.
Shenanigans.
I did go tell Lily at half time that I figured out her signature move, which is jumping when there's no obstacle, and she just looked at me and went, well, there could be. I was like, do you know what, Lil, I'm not going to disagree with you. I see what Lily's doing. She's trying to get Legs to take the bait to enter in the engagement zone, but Legs is too smart for that. I saw this, I think, at the Great British Show, Great British Skate-Off.
Yeah.
She did that, I think, on maybe a Team Spain player. But jam comes to an end. 3 points for Paris, none for Rainey.
What we also did there, what Lily also did, I had a big
What
part
we
in what
did,
that happened. What
yeah,
we
yeah.
did, what
We
Lily also
orchestrated
did
this,
there,
really.
because Lily was really struggling against that Paris wall. That's held Legs to 3 points there. That's burned the clock off basically. Whereas otherwise, maybe Legs could have got in, got a scoring pass, got another scoring pass.
There's so many things and tactics and stuff that goes on. And in the meantime, we've got a really tight pack. Lamoche and Very Quake. Space is opening up now as Gwyneth Paltrow and Abby Black take a fall. Now Lamoche takes a fall and is at the back. Again, we're stretching this pack, but this time it's in favour of Very Quake, who picks up lead in a fast straightaway. And Paris looking for that star pass, but not quite in the position this time. Very Quick lateraling back in beautifully to pick up the first 4. And Lamoche follows her through with the star stash.
So we haven't had any penalties in this half yet.
Oh,
No one said
Painbow.
it.
Now someone's going to foul out, aren't they? We apologise in advance to whoever that is. We didn't ask for this power. The universe gave it to us when we decided to pick up a mic.
I can't name skaters, but I can,
You can just
generally manifest.
You're just so basically whoever fouls out first, come and find Painbow afterwards and beat her up. It's her fault entirely. So we have Gary and Stavakers, and again we're really hogging that jam line.
Yeah, really fighting for it. There was some sort of Matrix style kind of bending over backwards happening.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm really not a fan of these like new-fangled / old-fangled pivot line starts where everyone's like, we'll just be at the pivot line. It's like, but no.
It's like 90s fashion, isn't
Exactly.
it? It's in
come
the past
back.
for a reason.
It's come back. Speaking of coming back, Gary is on a first scoring pass for Rain City. And stuff occurs. Oh, that pivot pass was really good. But she has 2 to beat. That's Gypsy Queen, sorry. Oh, with the pass. Takes out a ref in the outside lane, but that was entirely unavoidable, I think. And Gypsy doesn't have time to put any points up. 3 added to Rainey's jam total, taking them to 126, 58 for Paris. And Hypersmactive is back jamming. Hypersmactive is back jamming for Rainy City. And L'Excité for Paris. Oh, nice quick lead for Hypersmactive, who has 100% lead status for Rainy in the second half. Nice hit out there by Bumram on L'Excité. Great pair work there with El Nasser. Hypersmactive again. So I'm struggling to comment on what's going on because it's just really good skating. But we've had another characteristic Savas to Bonitagu. For Paris, Hypersmactive on another scoring run. Oh, really delightful spin on the inside line for Hype. And jam is called before Bonnie puts any Any points up?
So 130 points now for Rainy City, so just edging out that lead over Paris Roller Derby.
And slightly less crowding going on the S1 Jam line at the moment, but that's because we're in a time out. I would like to shout out S1 again. S1 per elbow pads have no slippage and are super comfy, so do slip into them. And you can also check out their range of helmets, which have the best fit and the best protection. The S1 Lifer helmet is amazing. I think most of us skate in S1 Lifers and RPD, don't we? And like, why would we skate in anything else? Get a Lifer, be a Lifer. And again, a huge shout out to S1 for everything you do for London Roller Derby. Really, really appreciate it. Timeout over. We have La Moche on track. Ooh. Do you see what's happening?
Hypersmactive starting the jam in the penalty box. So I'm assuming that was.
It's a track cut, and I reckon that must have happened on their last go around. Super quick lead for La Moche of Paris, and Paris blockers go to work in the pack, breaking Rainy up. And this is really the only way to beat Rainy, isn't it? Is to get them apart from each other. Because in a two-wall, they're absolutely formidable. But what Paris are really good doing is pathfinding and like finding gaps. And if Rainy aren't together, I don't think they're as fast.
No, and the Paris Jammers are incredibly fast and nippy through the pack.
Ridiculous. Big hip hit there on La Moche. Has had some difficult falls this game, but is a super tenacious skater. Resets behind, who is that?
That is
number 11, Roberts. 2 points going up for Paris, none for Rainy in that last jam. Oh, sorry, 10 points altogether.
10 points altogether.
2 points on the pass. Sorry, my bad.
So big important jam for Paris.
Big important jam.
Big important jam.
Should be the name of a nightclub. Big important jam.
We are, so
we lied.
12 points in that jam.
Yeah, we lied.
2 more points going on the board there.
Moshi against Fairy Quake. Moshi is obviously a very diminutive skater in terms of stature, but like has such quick foot movements. And we have a jam called for possible injury. I think Moshi maybe hit the head on the way down, so we're just going to check that she's all good. I think she's going to head off and see the medics. Safety first, folks, which is again why you need something like the S1 Life Advisor helmet, which gives that next level protection, because your noggin is more important than anything in roller derby.
Yeah, took a little hit to the face in our last game and did have a solid think about getting a visor helmet after that.
I personally, and this is obviously no discredit to S1, personally I don't do visors, but they have been absolutely instrumental for so many pals, especially pals of a short stature who are more liable to get whacked in the face.
Yeah, especially our jammer pals.
Oh, we love our jammer pals.
So our officials today, we did find the list. We have got Bitchpedia, Homo You Didn't, John Cobb Grand Slam, I can never say that, Pretty Miffed, Dinosaurus, Errington, Frightening McQueen, Gamma, Glitter, Grossbull, Misandry, Penelope Bruise, Quads Law, Rollin' Rat, Scrim Shady, Shrooms, Siren, Stormy, Terra O, UK Daddy Bod, Unprocessable NB, and Victoria Velociraptor.
And lots of these officials are putting in like a triple shift today for these 3 games, so we are insanely grateful to them. Some of them are skating in games, some of them are skating, officiating one game and then NSOing others. We are just super grateful to them. We know that roller derby takes a lot of time and effort and money. Let's not forget money, and we're just super pleased that we have such a great crew for this triple header. Many gratitude words.
Many thank yous.
Many thank.
So Lexite and Lily Gaskell on the jam line at the beginning of this jam.
On the S1 jam line.
The S1 jam line indeed.
And it looks a bit Renaissance painting going on as we all freeze. Legs tries the right, Lily tries the left. Everyone falls over penny block. Everyone's checking the tape on the floor. Lovely, thank you. We don't need a track repair crew after all, do we? With the skaters on it. Legs reset in the back by F-Bats and I think again that's Roberts.
Oh, we've had a penalty assessed to Lily Gaskell.
It's a forearm.
Penalty.
Listen, I always say to Lily, you've got too many limbs, Lily. One of them is going to go somewhere it's not meant to. Big hit there on legs. That's courtesy of Penny Block, who will take a seat in the penalty box for her troubles.
So see if we can see that offence from Paris. Here we go, splitting up the Rainy wall, allowing legs to pick up lead jammer. 45 seconds into this jam though.
Yeah, that is like real testament to again the individual skills of the Rainy City blockers, who are so good, even if it's like one or two of them.
Yeah. So Lily now coming back, star in hand.
Big grindy wall at the front from Rainy for legs to work on, just moving them inch by inch. This is where I love being a blocker. This is where I'm like, I'm going to stand still actually and do very little.
Yeah, that's my kind of sport.
Yeah.
Doing not very much.
Well, we are doing.
We're doing a lot.
They're doing loads.
Moving very little.
We did not mean to imply that you are not doing very much, but you're doing it very well. And again, a super stretchy pack all the way from turn 1 to turn 3 before legs escape. So Rainy doing a great job at bridging that pack out.
Lily has now completed the initial, puts the star back on, so legs now going to be looking to get as many points as possible before calling off the jam.
And I think she puts up 2 there. Yeah, 2 for Paris. None for Rainy in that jam, so great work there by the French team to capitalise on that power jam. 6 points on the jam for Rainy City. We have just over a quarter of the game clock left to run. And a reminder that we do not expect you, dear listeners, to go anywhere because we have 2 more cracking games for you after this. Lamoche and Ferry Quake having a little cuddle on the jam line before they beat each other to a pulp. Oh, Lamoche. I think Lamoche just like stepped over 12 people there, which isn't mathematically possible. And Rainy now taking a leaf out of Paris's book and passing the star lightning thick quick to Abby Black.
So quick. Missed it again, forced call off for full 4 points for Paris. They're really good work breaking that wall up.
Yeah, and it's 53 points separating these two teams. So again, I don't know the maths of this, but like you were saying, it's kind of a roughly what, 2
to 1, 3 to 1, depending on
2.5 to 1 if you fancy. Like
I checked Flat Track Stats and WFTDA predictor. Flat Track Stats, again, as I said, differs depending on who you put as the home team. So yeah,
I love that idea that like depending on where you are, it's different.
Well, if it was a true home team, I mean, Paris have travelled fairly far to get here.
Yeah,
they must be tired. If you woke up in your own bed in the morning,
mate,
didn't have to travel far.
The French just operate 24 hours, don't they? They're so resilient. They're so strong. I reckon they're fresh as a bunch of daisies. Gary with lead status and on a scoring pass, but Starfuckers in some trouble. Picks up a track cut, heads to the penalty box. And I can see 2 people in the audience making the power jam sign. Nice, thanks for being here. Gary coming in now, and Paris a little bit discombobulated, but now finding their feet.
Oh, a lovely little spin there from Gary getting through. Star now standing in the penalty box.
Yeah, Rainy City kind of setting up at the back and then coming in kind of one-on-one. So similar tactics to what Paris tried to do. Star re-entering play on the screens there. Nice bit of offense from Bonnie Tuggle to take out the breaks, but Rainy's 2 balls really locked in this game.
Nice little bit of offence there from F-Bats to help Gary through with a little shirt whip on the way through.
I don't think Gary's even broken a sweat.
No, Gary just always looks so chill.
So chill.
Like, so chill.
The most immaculate vibes.
What was our word of the week last weekend? Nonchalant.
Nonchalant. I would love a French roll player to be called nonchalant, and I stand by this. Gary with 16 points on the jam and no sign of slowing down. In fact, we've got the Paris blocker going, Paris pivot going to the box. Dramar in the oval, because Gary, at the very end of that jam, is now going to the box for a track cut. So this is, I think, Paris's first power start.
Yeah.
We've had very few power starts this game, but I'm pretty confident. Or maybe one. No, I'm lying. Lamoche had one. Lamoche had a power start and got out really, really quick. But now, so it's probably a second power start for Paris. Listen, I'm not paid enough to be right all the time. The only salary is joy, okay? So you will forgive me for making these errors. And are we having an official review?
Official timeout, official review.
Well, I saw Dottie's in there, so I think
she might have just gone in for a chat.
Well, let's see what the beep is saying. Oh no, it's an official review because they're making the sign. I just can't see who's in there from Paris. Is anyone in there from Paris? Somebody must be in there from Paris. Oh, there she is. I was like,
we don't have anyone to tell us what this is about.
So
I'm
now
going to assume that Dottie wants that track cut call on Gary rescinded.
So now is time for what we call bad lip reading. What do you think is happening?
I think Dottie went in and said, I would like to review the track cut call because I don't think it should have been a track cut.
I think Dottie went in and went, listen, it's all very nice that you've shown up, but I am Dottie and I am very often right. To be fair, she is. Dottie is never always right. But, of course, we have a hugely experienced bunch of skate officials out this day. Like, genuinely, some of these have reffed at ridiculously high levels.
Victoria Velociraptor is going to be one of the crew head skating officials for MRDA champs, I think.
Okay, get in. And Rolling Rats, affectionately known as Ratty by those of us who know and love him, has been to WFTDA champs many a time.
Yeah.
I think Bitchipedia has reffed about every high-level tournament in Europe you get your sticky paws on. So we are super grateful to have such a high calibre of officials here today. And we look forward to their judgment, which we trust in entirely.
Yes, we do. There are 7 of them.
I want to be so clear that I am not sassing the refs.
No.
I would never do that. One of my best friends is a high-level referee. I think she would move me out of her life.
But that is why there's quite a lot of them, because sometimes, so they have to see impact and some other things. All the triangles, the trifecta, impact, initiator.
Initiator, that's the one.
So sometimes one will have seen the impact, one will have seen the initiator, and then they get together.
I am super excited for the future of like VR reffing. Listen, there's somebody, there's a European official, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he does these really wicked like videos where he has a GoPro on his helmet and then he breaks down the gameplay afterwards, and it's so useful. Whilst we're waiting for the results of this official review, I want to shout out Double Threat Skate Shop again, who are just the coolest bunch of cats and kittens around. They did the skates for Starlight Express.
I know.
Which is so cool, right? Is anything cooler than that? No, it isn't.
Oh, who was the singer tour person?
The singer tour person?
The guy with
Don't
the
tell
skates.
me it's Beyonce.
I'm not so good with the names and the words. I'm not down with the kids. I'll remember.
You say singer tour person, and I know that Beyonce's like in residency, like 5 minutes away.
It wasn't Beyonce.
Oh look, Dottie was right. This is where Dottie would go justice for Gary, right? Because that track cut has been rescinded. We are all on track except for one Paris blocker who is sitting in the box as a pivot. Hypersmactive and Lamoche are with the stars. Let's play roller derby, shall we? And all that grind off the jam line. It was just a gorgeous defensive sight to behold. I think Hype has a bit more leg room there than Lamoche. Oh no, now Lamoche is finding space. Oh no, I lied. Hype is lead for Rainey.
So maintaining that 100% lead record that we talked about.
Yeah, they'll be really shocked with that as a crossover jammer.
Yeah.
And lovely toe-stop work from Lamoche, but doesn't quite land inbounds. Forced to reset behind one, Abby Black, and that's a track cut. We all saw it, Mosh. We love you, but you got to come in fully behind the other skater. And so La Moche is in the box, but Hype is now going to the box because they jumped the apex, went into a Paris player. Is that going to be...
It was an illegal contact
yeah,
penalty.
so it wasn't a low block, it's illegal contact. So now we've got the 2-minute jam. Mosh flings a shoulder into Abby Black, which is a brave thing to do at the best of times.
Bold move, bold choice.
Yeah, just generally bold. Okay, 2 points go up for Hype. Dottie is coming into the middle again, giving questioning eyes to one of the refs. And I think the refs are going to discuss that apex jump from Hype.
Edges on whether the Paris blocker was there
or whether they moved into
when
the path.
Hype's Maxi took off.
I think the tricky thing is, and I might be talking rubbish here as I so often am, but I saw the Paris blocker put a hand to her head, and I wonder if Hype made contact with her face upon landing. And this is why I'm really not good at rules and why I'm so glad I just get to talk about what happens and not make the decisions around it. But so whilst the officials discussed that, I was talking about how cool double threat skates are before. They were established in 2013, so they are 12 years old, and they are one of Europe's most trusted bespoke quad skate stores. You can get everything at Double Threat. Not only can you get all the gear that you could want, but because Double Threat is staffed by London Roller Derby skaters, they're people who really know about roller derby. They build you custom skates. They can advise you on what wheels and bearings and protective gear to have. They are just a really great bunch of people. So do check out their website. You can just Google Double Threat Skates and they will come up. They've got some really sick merch, just amazing prints. A lot of them, as we've mentioned before, are from Create and Skate Factory. You can get skate-themed art, stickers and gifts from Create and Skate. And every sale supports a fellow skater because Duke is still very much in the roller derby world with Barcelona Roller Derby. And so it's super cool to see her, like, after all these years, still innovating and still doing stuff for the skating community with her art.
Did you see the cover for the World Cup
programme?
programme?
Oh my God, when I tell you that I set an alarm on my phone so fast for when those limited prints go on sale, and I love them so much that I'm not even going to tell the people when they're going on sale because I want one so badly. So sorry, Duke, if I have to... okay, listen, if you want to know when these incredible prints go on sale, go to Create and Skate Factory on Instagram and she will tell you, because there's like a limited run of literally like 100 of them.
100, I think
and
75
are going on sale, and then the rest will be available at the World Cup. You do not want to sleep on those folks. The prints, they're just stunning. It's basically all the shirt designs of all the World Cup teams, and then the most beautiful thing in the world. Okay,
yeah,
I think
also have an alarm set in my phone.
Great, I'll fight you for it. So the sad things about roller derby, folks, is that sometimes things happen which aren't fun, and we did just see Hype skate away from the bench and into the audience, and we think that means that Hype has been expelled from the game, presumably because of that contact penalty. Do you know what? They had a great outing for Rainey in those jams. They got some really important points. Amazing work.
In the meantime, Legsay has taken a seat in the penalty box for a track cut, but Lily is going to join Legs.
Do you know what? This has happened a few times now, where one jam has gone and the other jam has gone, no, wait for me.
I want to sit down too.
It's no fun unless you're on track with me.
Doubling the average leg length in the penalty box.
Oh my God, there's so many limbs going on track right now. That is Legs' at least her third 2-minute jam that she's now going to be running.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely little apex hop from Lily Gaskell. Slow that down and gif it in your socials after this game. Legs now entering on a first scoring pass for Paddy Roller Derby. Lily following suit, dips, dives round the outside. Paris doesn't have an answer for that, puts up the full 4.
Yeah, caught Paris napping a little bit there, I think, doing some offence for Legsay, who has now completed. No, is being recycled back.
So environmentally friendly, these Rainy blockers, with all their recycling. Lily tries the straightaway, picks up a no-earned pass, so that's 3 points on the pass for Lily. Legs picks up 4 of her own. And let's watch the blockers here, because look how proactive the Rainy blockers are in doing a little bit of breaking apart. I mean, proactive, but also penalty earning as, who is it? Ola Fitzpatrick heads to the box. It was a lovely bit of O-Waller. It was just done incorrect, like illegally. Hey, it's only illegal if somebody sees you, right?
So
forearms penalty going to
F-Bats.
F-Bats. Legs with another scoring pass, and Paris doing a really nice job locking Lily down. But a whistle. That was nonchalant.
Legs did the apex jump, did a little nod of approval to herself, and then made a little heart sign to the audience.
But the thing is, right, if you're that good at roller derby, would you not just be like bigging yourself up all the time?
100%. I'd never get anything else done.
If I was as tenth as good as Legs Tete, I'm not sure I'd be able to get out of bed in the morning because my head would be so enormously large. You gotta hand it to them. Oh, we're in some penalty trouble here at the start of this jam. We've got a micro pack on track, 2 blockers for Rainey in the box, 1 for Paris, both pivots, so no star passes in the offing, 4 stuff occurs or Fairy Quake. Ola Fitzpatrick now heading back into play as Fairy picks up lead. Star with a whip quick, taking the star off, but she has no pivot, so no joy there.
Completes the initial anyway, though, so no
always
pivot
nice.
needed. Very completing the first scoring pass, calls the jam off, and we will have 2 blockers in the box for Paris.
I was going to say that's damn smart benching from Dottie, isn't it? She's got eyes everywhere, and she knew that was happening. So Paris coming onto track at a disadvantage. We have 9 minutes left this half. 9 minutes left this game even, and we're at 177 to 92. And do you know what?
She's cuddling Gary's leg there.
Yeah, look at that leg work from Lamoche. Just imagine having those legs. Oh, that run from Mosh down the inside line. Now takes a little bit of a bite out of Gary, who has a 10-foot stretch ahead. So it's nice when the jammers go to play, isn't it?
I think we were clock managing there again.
Do you know what that's made me think of? And only people who have seen this very specific thing will know. But the whole spat between the 2 very powerful, very silly men in the world that's going on right now. And AOC, that amazing American politician, was asked for her reaction to it, and she just took to the camera and went, "Oh, the girls are fighting, aren't they?" And I really felt that vibe from Mosh on her jam line just then. Except I like them so much better than the aforementioned men. Roxy Toxin is back on the jammer rotation for Rainy City. Legs Tete is in attendance. We have a full pack on track, but we are having a horrible time getting these jammers through.
Yeah.
It just looks really not fun.
Blockers are having a lovely time, jammers not so much.
Oh, and we're in a tangle in between turn 1 and 2. Legs, really good sportsmanship from Legs there, who did, I think, was participate. Legs has taken herself to the box.
Legs was sent to the box for a track cut that happened just before the jam.
Okay, I thought she'd just taken herself to the box. I thought because she tripped, but somehow bum ram ended up on the floor, and I think Legs' legs were involved in that. And she, we've all done it, haven't we? We've all done something and we've gone, I'm just going to take myself to the box because I did a bad thing. So that means that Lily Gaskell is going to have a full 30 seconds power start, and that is a lot of time to put those limbs to use.
Not ideal. So just looking at penalty count, Paris with a total of 20 penalties, but spread only between 9 skaters.
Whereas Rainey have shared the load a bit more. They've got 22 skaters, but it's shared between
22 penalties, 22 skaters would be not allowed.
Listen, this is why there are 2 of us, okay? So you can correct the things I say.
But yeah, split between 12 skaters, 22 penalties, split between 12 skaters. So we've got Fitzpatrick, Rollo and Lily Gaskell sitting on 3. Paris have got Lamoche, Legs and Bonita Gould all sitting on 3 as well. So we've got a couple of jammers there, so Legs and Lily, both jammers, both sitting on 3 penalties.
It's nice that they're even. It's nice that they're sharing.
But Lamoche also on 3. So Yeah, almost everybody on Paris there on 2, just Star who's on 1 penalty.
And Legs just she's holding up either as a peace sign or it's I've got 2 penalties. There. So let's keep an eye on El Clock. Don't know why I went Spanish then incorrectly. I think horloge is clock in French.
Oh, yeah, you've exhausted my French there.
Yeah, I've exhausted your French and I've exhausted the French as well. Mainly I'm doing this so they know what to expect at the World Cup next month, because nothing can stop my nonsense at the World Cup. Nobody can hold me back, I'm afraid.
Go big or go home.
I really hope our head announcer isn't listening, because she's making notes going, I'm holding those 2 back.
Just check my WhatsApp messages.
Like, you're fired! You are no longer welcome on the European calls.
I'm going to have a Facebook message in about 30 seconds.
Listen, you don't understand how much I love Euro Derby, right? You do not understand what a privilege and a joy it is every time to get to chat about this sport with these teams. I love it so much. So you will forgive me, dear viewers, and the French, if I'm getting overexcited. Lily Gaskell on the power start for Rainy City. Let's go, Lily. Leaps, dives. She is so light on her feet. Takes a little knee but has one hand down, very characteristic Gaskell, very Lily. And working away on this French tripod, which is delicious.
Beautiful work from Bonnie Tagul there to avoid being held up at the back and to get back.
Oh, Bonnie, she's just so good.
We have got such a tight path on turn 2.
But we do have lead called for Lily after just over 30 seconds, and Legs is still sitting.
So it's a
double penalty. Oh yeah, look, it was a track cut and
high block.
And a high block. Oh, a double. Listen, that's overachieving. Oh, ice cold there from the Rainy bench. We wouldn't expect any less from our Dottie. Lands Legs in Jammer jail for a further, 20 seconds, 15 seconds?
Yeah, it's got to be 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Legs still sitting, so more than 10 seconds, I'm sure. And we are putting out Fairy Quake.
I mean, that is smart. I think Rainy now are going, all right, lads, we are really high up the Europe rankings. Let's stay there. I think Rainy number 1 at the moment in Europe.
Rainy are number 1 in Europe at the moment.
But they just want to be number 1 plus.
Yeah.
When people go, I want to give it 110%, and you go, well, that's not mathematically possible, but I like your vibe.
Yes. We'd like to be number 1, but more so.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful 2-walling there from Paris, but great patient work there from Fairy Quake, who picks up lead. Okay, Legs has come back on track, but is now going back to the box.
Illegal re-entry, I think.
Oh, Legs! Did you come in the engagement zone? Oh, Legs, you didn't. Oh.
It is hard, isn't it? That penalty box is so close to the track. You think, well, if I just jump on in front of everybody, and I think maybe that was part of the thinking behind freezing Legs in the box, is that Legs was already on 3 penalties.
That is heartbreaking.
Has done a few 2-minute jams.
That's mean.
It is.
I respect the vibe, but it's mean. Fairy Quake, in the meantime, on her 3rd scoring run for Rainy this jam, and Dottie is icing Legs again. Listen, lads, I'll tell you something. You want Dottie on your team and not on the opposing bench.
Yeah, this next level.
It's ice cold. We're in sub-zero temperatures here in Tottenham. But you respect it. You respect the tactic, because it's what anyone would do.
Hey, look, we're not allowed to open the doors in here anymore, and there's no air conditioning.
Yeah, so Dottie really is just doing us all a favour.
The chill coming from Dottie at the moment.
Somebody get that woman a drink. Gary picks up lead super fast. Legs re-enters play, this time correctly. God bless her. Thank you so much, Legs. We love you.
F-Mats with a 1-woman blocking wall there.
Yeah.
Gary on a track cut.
So do you know what that is? That's another 2-minute jam for Legs.
Oh, poor Legs.
Let Legs rest, man. This is she's got another game to play later.
Do you know, when I saw Legs walk in the building today, I had no idea.
Did you cry?
I had no idea what was coming for Legs, but
do you know what? She's an absolute powerhouse. She'll be fine.
I didn't cry. I just went.
Did you scream a little bit in the dig? She loved it so much.
Yeah, I did. I think I played it cool on the outside, but
Painbow. Neither of us have ever played it cool in our life. Legs still working away on Penny Block, and is that Orla again? I cannot tell from this distance.
Some refs very inconsiderately in the way of our
Yeah, no, it is
all.
Orla.
Look,
yeah,
we could look at the screen that's in front of us instead of
unprecedented.
look at the drag.
Yeah, so great 2-ball there from Rainey, but Legs finally picks up 4 hard fought points. Gary reset in the near straightaway. And Bonnie just taking no prisoners there, pushes her entire wall to the floor to knock Gary out. That's what you call friendly fire, folks.
That is, yeah. Yep, everybody checking the floor, and Gary now, that is a solid wall of 4 blockers at the back. F-Bat's coming in with some help. But
this 2-walling from Paris. Oh, F-Bats, absolutely no prisoners taken on that hit. Oh my God.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Did you feel it?
I heard the skater hit the floor. I think I could feel the vibrations
That
from
was
here.
so good, I might cry. She's so accurate with her hits, you know what I mean? Like, she's absolutely made of steel, but she hits with such precision.
And that is the end of that 2-minute jam.
I feel physically sick having watched that hit. It was so good, I might die.
So some nice easy maths for you there on that scoreline. That is an exactly 100-point differential.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is that I now want a 99 flake. Where's the ice cream van that used to hang outside Tots in the summer? So we have 2.5 minutes to go in the game. We have, for once, what it feels like, a full 5-on-5 on the track. We have Starfuckers, we have Roxy Toxin, we have the limbs of Abby Black lateraling Star from out to in, leaving Roxy to pick up lead for Rainey. Beautiful work there by the Team Wales jammer.
And we have had another star pass from Paris. That's gone to Gypsy Queen.
Paris is pivots, man. But unfortunately, Gypsy Queen is in the sad place.
Yep,
which is behind El Nasser and Bumram and Rollo. Roxy putting up 4 points. And we've got a Paris blocker heading to the bin. Gypsy having a terrible time against this really angular, kind of oddly constructed but very effective 3-wall.
Very, very effective 3-wall.
It's like Meccano. I think I've said that on the stream before, maybe not for this game, but like, you know how you can kind of like add limbs on.
You can move
weird
it
angles.
around. And
yes, it's beautiful. I wish Rainey would run a boot camp called Meccano Walls. I would pay tens of pounds, nay hundreds. Roxy now with 8 on the jam, and Paris, Gypsy, there we go. She finally gets out, has a minute of jam time to play with, but Roxy goes, nah, mate, not having that.
Yeah, lovely little pirouette on the outside line to pick up the 4 points on that pass. So 12-point jam for Roxy Toxin takes Rainey City to 211 points.
The double century.
Yeah.
And this will be the last jam, I reckon, with 38 seconds on the period clock. And it's going to be 2 international skaters because we keep yapping about the World Cup. Lily Gaskell for England, Lamoche for France. But right now for Rainey City and Paris, Lily with a shirt whip off F-Bats that takes F-Bats out of the pathway of Lamoche. So a great lead there for Lamoche, but Lily's only 15 foot behind. 15 feet, I can't pluralise today apparently. Rainey running the pack up at the front.
Yes, there's very few people that can outrun Lily Gaskell. Who has now caught up with Lamoche and overtaken.
Lamoche goes, do you know what? We'll end with a potato jam. And that is, folks, the end of game 1. The unofficial score is going to be 211 to 99 in favour of Rainey City. We're just going to wait for the final whistle. Woo!
What a game that was.
It was jolly. Do you know what? I was about to say, jolly good.
Jolly good.
But before I reveal how middle class I am anymore, it's one of those games, isn't it, where actually I don't think the scoreline reflects the gameplay.
Yeah.
Because France's pivot passes and their defensive lockdowns when they caught the jammer were just unbelievable. But Rainey, I think for me, were much more aggressive in the offense. and had characteristically much bigger jams when they did have those multiple scoring jams. They were putting up big numbers. So amazing work there by both teams. Rainy City will not be disappointed with that outcome at all. It will really solidify that top spot at the top of the flat track stats. Slow me down.
WFTDA rankings
that's
for
the one.
Europe, yeah.
All right, look at you with your tongue-twisting abilities.
Predictor was about right for the scoreline, more or less.
But folks, even though we're still waiting for the official score, we do not want you to go anywhere, because at the moment, lining the track, we have some other skaters who are ready to go, and that is Battersea Power, our team, lining up to take on Rainy City Rebels. This is our first ever matchup with Rainy City, and I am so excited for that. So please do not go too far. Refresh your beverages at home. Go and give some money to the various World Cup teams that are probably floating around your social media pages. We still haven't had the final whistle for the unofficial score, but I really don't think anything's going to change. So I think we'll call it there, shall we?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we must do.
I don't think anything's going to change.
Yeah. So we will be back. The next game is due to start. It's due to start in 20 minutes. I reckon 25:30, because we've still got warm-ups to go. So don't go too far, but keep an eye on the stream, and we'll see you back here very shortly.
Thank you very much.
In this feature, we're spotlighting Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre. Why Bridge Park Community Leisure Centre, I hear you ask? Well, LRD has trained for years at this historic site whose legacy is at risk of being lost. In 1981, community leader Leonard Johnson and the Harlesden People's Community Council, or HPCC for short, put a proposal together for using Stonebridge Bus Garage. Brent Council then brought it on behalf of the group. From 1981 to 1995, it was the largest black-led community enterprise in Europe, housing start-up units for local businesses, a recording studio, a nursery, and so much more. Fast forward to 2017, and Brent Council sells the site to an offshore developer. Their reason? That it's too expensive to renovate part of the site which had been disused for 15 years under their management. A lengthy legal battle ensues, culminating in the High Court declaring Brent Council as the sole owner in 2020. The fight didn't end here though. The Save Bridge Park recently launched a new campaign for the site to be added to the National Heritage List for England. Leonard Johnson dedicated his life to fighting for his community up until he died in 2023. A blue plaque can be found at the centre commemorating his life. His story is an important part of Black history in London, and it is imperative that this is not lost. Scan this QR code to go to the Save Bridge Park website to find out more information on what you can do to support their campaign. Follow them on Instagram at SaveBridgePark_UK and post on your own social media about what is happening, tagging at Historical England using the hashtag SaveBridgePark.
The S1 Pro knee pad is built to last and perform, blending highly durable fabrics and materials into an innovative design with exceptional craftsmanship. We use a very tough, military-grade ballistic nylon for the outer shell material. We triple-stitched every seam to prevent blowouts and reinforced all of the straps with additional stitching. Our top straps are made with a high-retention elastic that minimizes excessive stretching and incorporates a length adjustment system to allow you to lengthen or shorten the top strap. The inner knee cup mold is streamlined